It's Miss Sannytater. Ladies first. Can you start and explain a little bit about yourself and give us a little bit of heads up who you are in the community?
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm Miss Sannytater. I'm an epic medic, very good at it. I have over 50,000 revives at the moment and over 1 million heals. And I just do what I do. I just like it. And recently I just started to play competitive again. And
For what team?
EXA.
Nice.
It's a new platoon.
That carries you in on Monday.
What?
And the internal tier 6.
Oh yeah, we just won. You mean that?
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah. We won our first match. Finally.
There's a lot of good teams out there.
Yes, there are a lot of good players in there. That's very true. But yeah, I think people still need to get used to each other.
Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah, yep. That's definitely true.
Oh God. What's I say? Name's CornedBeefBrad. I'm not even going to mention why that name is a thing, but yeah, I'm a former competitive player in Battlefield. Been playing for over 10 years, and yeah, I'm on Twitter. If you find me, I'm playing Battlefield all the time. So yeah, that's my introduction. Yes, Funky, go ahead.
Hi, my name's Funky. I'm a Battlefield player. I also play competitive quite often. I play with Sannytater quite a few times. But I've had to carry her with baby reins. Other than that, casual player. I've been playing for not as long as Brad, but quite some time now. I'd say Battlefield 4 mainly. And I've just got myself known. I'm also known as the infamous cheater because I can use my hands fast.
Fast. On the sticks.
Fast. Yes.
And he likes to play around.
Quick question.
He likes to fool around.
Quick questions to the chat. Can you hear everyone good? I had the feeling like Funky is a little bit quiet. I'm not sure.
Do I have to turn my microphone up?
I don't know if you can.
That's all the way up.
It's all the way up. All right.
Yeah, I might have to sit closer.
Chat, just give us a quick feedback if there's anything you're missing on the sound or audio. Just let us know so we can fix it better now. Then it's a little bit quiet, yeah.
I'm gonna have to move this. I'll break it.
Like I said, audio is almost always more important than video. So because people, they need to understand you.
Bloody said maybe Funky and Brad can speak higher.
Higher?
Please spit on the
Hello. Sluggish. Okay, perfect. Sluggish can you? Sluggish, how you doing, man? Oh. Bloody is here. Thank you so much, man. Who's here, by the way, in the chat? Maybe because I can't see what happened before I turned on my chat. Who's here in the chat, by the way?
Got Cylon, Bloody, Cherry Diaper, The Helmet, Deuce,
Deuce.
Squirrel,
Mizzy.
Kim, Flex,
Mizzy.
Orange, Squeezy, Caesar Ghost, and Sluggish.
Caesar, damn, quite some people here. So that's funny, guys. We wanted to talk about also about competitive gaming tonight, and Helmut is a really good competitive gamer. Yep. Sluggish, I don't know if Sluggish has actually played competitive, but I know he is competitive as a gamer.
That works.
Bloody definitely is. Hey Harry, how you doing, man?
So it's Harry Scroll.
Oh, I didn't even retweet the thing. I need to retweet the thing and do it later. So no, but I'm really. Are you excited about the maybe? We don't know what's coming, but the maybe that Battlefield 6 or whatever the name is, Battlefield, could be competitive again. Let's say it is. Let's say it is. Let's say it will be competitive. Would you be excited about that?
Yeah, it would be a change.
Definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
It'll be something else other than everyone using the same guns over and over and just doing the same thing over and over. It gets quite boring over time. so I tend to like play different things here and there just to do something else other than do the same thing.
Yeah, you a sweat pop in the sun. What about you, Brad? You used to play competitive, I heard. When did you play competitive last time?
Well, I had to double check the dog tags I won from the competitive tournament. So 2018 was never I last played. I was with you probably heard of Tag and Bag. They used to have the Saturday night tournament. Yeah, we played in was the Untitled Championship platoons, and we played a couple other ones, but we got our ass whipped in them. And but this one we played was more. We just went into it for a laugh, and we beat a couple platoons each week. It was between like some domination. Then they got to the point we were doing frontline tournaments, and we kept doing that there for a couple months, and we got lucky. We won, and that gave us the boost to, okay, we'll start doing more competitive tournaments. Started out there going up against the sweatiest players I've ever seen, and yeah, it was class. But whenever Battlefield 5 first came out and the way the gameplay felt and everything, I was thinking, this game seems like it's basically built for competitiveness, and then yourself, they cancelled certain game modes and that were coming out basically built for competitive modes. And hopefully with Battlefield 6 coming out, they actually have a clear vision of what they want to do, and if competitive gaming is part of it, then hopefully we'll get them modes and necessary things to be able to take part in tournaments like that again. Hopefully.
Yeah,
right?
the squad conquest is very big in the competitive scene at the moment. Same as Rush made a return. That's the finals are on. PLG Chaos.
That's interesting that you say like Rush is in the return. Do you think Rush is a competitive game mode?
Oh yeah.
It depends how you put it, really, because at the moment it's 4v4, which is okay. But if you're gonna do 8v8, you've got to make a whole new rule set, and I think people just don't want to play in the Rush because the way it has to be played rather than the way you want to play it. It's just one way or another, and it's not.
I'm just asking because like I'm a Rush player. I'm coming from Battlefield 4, and I played like. I think I played all. I was like a junkie. I only played Battlefield 4. I only played hardcore and Rush like 24/7. I played nothing else. And I played a couple of scrims, but not really like competitive. Like I mean how it is. Play platoon against platoon, but it's just scrims. But I never had the feeling like it was really like a serious competitive game mode within the scene. There were not a lot of teams, like it was very small, and everyone knows each other. When you were playing against each other, you didn't had a lot of options. So when you say like Rush is now a thing coming back, it's like my eyes, like really,
The only thing is with Rush at the moment on Battlefield 5 is because it's free to play, so no one has a clue what they're doing. It's just something you have to live with. You can't really fix it. You can either have a good game, you can have a bad game, or you'll have one of them games where it just drags on.
Rush just hasn't been the same for probably since Battlefield 4.
Yeah.
Like Battlefield 3 and 4 was where it was properly. People would say Bad Company 2 is where it probably shined out, but Battlefield 3, that was the main game mode of all them games, and then Battlefield 5 just kind of. Battlefield 1, it kind of ran out with our front lines seemed to be where the competitiveness was starting to go into, where it was just two teams. There was no counter on when this first came out, so it was just hours and hours, just teams fighting each other, just trying to take the objective. Where in Rush, it's like a run just to get to stop the thing from exploding. But I think in the future, unless, as you say, Fungi, they redesign like Rush in a way. Redesign the mode, make it specific for competitiveness. I think the future of competitiveness is probably going to be free front lines.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I look at it, just the way the mode is built around two teams just fighting out.
Do we have to look on two things when it comes down to competitive? Like how big are the teams, maybe? First questions?
There's a lot of big teams.
Yeah.
Okay, well, what I'm talking about is like, what do you think is the future? Like 5 versus 5? or 8 versus 8, 12 versus 12. No,
I would go 12. Probably.
You got 12? 12 v 12.
Yeah.
Tier 5, Tier 6 seems to be the most popular at the
T5.
moment.
Yeah.
T6. Mm-hmm.
It's only everyone wants to play.
The thing is that, I mean, I don't know how it will be on the next Battlefield, but as a former community leader on Battlefield 5, and I mean, Battlefield 5 was, it's not like a good example because these were very tough times for community leaders. I mean, I recruited that time, for example, Miss Sannytater. This is a connection with her and me. I recruited her at that time because I saw potential in her as a competitive player. By the way, my team didn't see that at that point, and then they apologized to me.
Yes, they did.
Yes, they did. So the thing is that it was very, very hard for community leaders in Battlefield 5 to get everything above T6, to get players together for matches. And when it came down to leagues, it was even harder because then you had to be sure that the 6 people you announced to come to the match would be there because you were not allowed to switch them. So I think comp is only working out if we have a strong community. And I was always like, yeah, the bigger the better, T12. Can we maybe even get a T16? That's amazing. But you couldn't get the players together. So I had to back down from that for my expectations. And I'd say, well, then we have to focus on, T6, T8. And I'm feeling it will stay that way. Even if the community will be bigger just because it's more manageable, maybe? I don't know. I'm out of comp now for a while and the community scene, so I'm not sure if something changed for you guys from your experience. Also in the chat, I'm really interested what you think about that. So I don't know if there are if Caesar is still there, any leaders, if you see any options in there,
I haven't seen any changes versus XLGN and EXA for right now. We do mostly the same.
It's basically all the same thing now at the moment. There's a lot more toxicity now because you get new players wanting to be the best, and they're just getting salty after games, just being toxic towards one another, which is kind of like ruining a community at one point. But then you'll have the good lot that'll support and keep hold of the community, and they'll try and keep that community at quite a high level rather than trying to throw it away.
Yeah, what I also notice is that in competitive gaming, it's mostly, all about the KD.
That's another thing.
No, but a lot of people think it's about the KD and they think,
No.
well, I'm not good enough to play competitive. And Mizzy actually said, well, join because you're good. And I was like, yeah, but my KD is like so low. And she was like, yeah, but that doesn't matter. You're a very good medic. So I tried it out and apparently
as long as you're doing your role, that's the main thing.
Exactly.
It
I think what many people, sorry that Brad, please say, no, Brad, please go ahead.
But in terms of KD, even competitive and not competitive, I still think there is a important factor to KD where, yeah, like if you're an assault player or something, because whenever we were doing competitiveness, we always laid out, all right, what's everyone best at? Like a Sanny, if you were there, you'd be medic right away. Or we put you in sniper just to mess with you. But we had everyone in different roles. So if you're assault, you went, took the objective, your KD, doesn't matter how many times you die, just as long as you killed. But there's always, KD is an important part. I always think in competitiveness as well, depending on what your role is. Like that's all I was gonna say. So with Sanny, you don't have to kill it, mate. That's all right. Just revive the team and do your, like that's the way to do your role.
Heal and revive. And smoke.
There's a fine line to being wanting a good KD and needing a good KD. If you're already good at the game, you don't really need to focus on KD. Just do your own thing. But there's some people on there, even in games that I've played, people are too busy caring about their KD rather than playing for their own team. It's seen it all before. It's not good things. It's just you need to get KD high. It's kind of boring.
The reason my KD isn't that high, for once, I'm better now than I was, so the comparison goes up and down. But also because when I play normal matches and I play the event and stuff like that, I just screw around. I don't care about my KD. That's why my KD isn't as high as it could be.
My KD's now is actually quite high since I've played a lot of hours now. But if I'm going into a community event, I'm not going to fucking try hard.
Okay, I think we can all agree that KD doesn't matter to be a good competitive player. It's maybe a good hint if you get a good shooter. But let's go maybe from... Let's look at it from another side. What does make a good competitive player? What do you think? What kind of attributes does it have?
Teamwork.
Teamwork.
Okay.
Always.
Teamwork. One thing. Yes. Teamwork. Okay.
Talk.
Communication.
Shout out.
Okay. Communication.
You're killed.
I would say just keep communication to a limit, or minimal. Always make sure you're not like talking about something's way off topic. Just make sure you're focused on the actual game at hand.
But shout out. Communicate.
No, I'll show it like you're sad. I just medic.
What about being sensitive enough to know when you have to not shoot and just move and wait so somebody can spawn in?
Yeah. Waiting.
I'm that type of person to see someone and just shoot straight away, knowing it's going to go badly. So quick. I've done it in games before. I've even noticed the mistake myself, but you'll come to that time and moment where you know you need to do that, and you'll either do it or you'll do something else, and it'll work out for your team, and then you'll get praised for that. I've seen it before. I've seen people hold spawns so their squad can spawn, and then you'll go kill like 2 or 3 people, and they'll be complaining that one person can't push 3 people. It's just, if you need the spawns, you got the spawns, you keep the spawns, and you win. Not rather than someone trying to go Rambo, knowing that if there's a good player on the other side, you're gonna lose.
Yeah.
I just thought about, like, I kind of made a name for myself, not being a nice person, because I did a lot of psychological warfare. I never use bad words or anything, or whatever. That's not what I mean. But I feel like many people are reacting within the game, like you said, like toxicity is a big thing, right?
Yeah.
So, and I feel like many people don't understand, if you want to be a competitive player, you have to be in the right mindset. And you can have like a A-class player, who is a brilliant shooter, but if that player is not in the right mindset for that game, he's useless to you, because he will rage, he will not be patient, and the second this player, gets his ass kicked, he's useless.
Yeah. So
my battle was always, and I didn't have a solution till the very end, but I always was questioning myself, how can we build a team? How can we build a team which has the right mindset? Which is like, that so many times, I recruited new players and I put them in a scrim to test them, and the first second they got kicked their ass, they were like rage quitting or whatever, or just complaining within the match, and then nobody can focus anymore, and then they will lose, right?
You just need to get to know them. Like, they play these players for a good while in normal modes just to figure out what they're best at, what their personality's like before you put them into something like that. You can't just put someone in like, okay, we met you for 5 minutes, go into a skirmish here, and hopefully you do okay. You're going to get certain reactions out of it.
My first game was it was 16 versus 16 against Team Spain. But they're a good lineup. But the way it is, if you're brand new to a team, no one knows who you are, you're going to have to get to know your team. You'd rather put the hours in, play with all your mates, play with them, get to know each other a bit. They'll understand how you react when you die. And then when it comes to playing in a game, how you react when you die in that game. They're going to take notes off that, and then they'll tell you after a game, this happened to me before, they'll tell you what you need to do, what you don't need to do, how you know what you're doing. And I think overall that will help someone, rather than getting someone to play for your team, him complaining all the time and then getting thrown out because he complains too much when he's got potential. I'd rather someone help someone rather than throw away.
That's definitely a good point. Guys, can you help me a little bit with the chat? It's like so small on my phone. I can barely read it. I think Bloody said something before, and he said just something right now. Like, I think the most important thing is not to take everything too personal and keep... I can't read that.
Composure.
Composure, and understand that competitive also means young people, and some are very immature, and also surround with not only good players, but good people with decent values near to run to be a part of a clan. Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
It's very true.
And now I get why you pulled me in, Missy. You need the right mindset. You pulled me. You shush. You pulled me in because my mindset is always happy.
That also, but you also have something which not many players have. You know when you need to move and not to move, and you're very how do I explain it? Like
Loud.
No, she knows how to play tricky. She knows how to move tricky around the enemy. She knows how to use smoke the right way. Many medics in this game, probably like 90%, don't know how powerful smoke is. And using smoke the right way and moving in the smoke the right way is a very powerful tool. And Sunny has this... She's a queen. She is really the queen of that. And I saw that, like, maybe this is a thing where I'm good at, but I think I'm good in seeing potential in players. And she definitely was one of them. I was very sad that we couldn't finish that with XIGN, that I had to let go of it in the end. But it was definitely for the right thing. I mean, I let go for GamersWeCare because I felt like it had more meaning. And it was, I could do more within the community, you know. It was better than holding on a competitive team where there's no competitive scene. And I don't regret it, you know. I still think it was the right thing to do. And it was also the right thing to do to recruit you that time, you know. I learned a lot, you know. It was definitely fun. Did I miss any question, by the way, in chat? Did I miss anything? Oh,
Lex
yeah.
says Brad is the biggest rager.
Yes, I saw that too. Lex said Brad is the biggest rager. What do you say, Brad?
Where do I go with this? Battlefield 1 days, yeah, there was some times where I would be like, yeah, screw this, heads off, screw this crap, I'm going. But
we had some rage quit moments with Brad. I think everyone had that.
I think we all have. Not just in Battlefield, Call of Duty of all things is probably where this all, yes. Listen, you've heard me at Call of Duty, especially Warzone, I'm just like, oh.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just me losing, like, but yeah, everyone's got that breaking point, but
my brother's
no, only you do.
My brother's got to be the worst person to rage quit. There's times where I'll have my headset on and he's downstairs and I can still hear him. He just doesn't have an off button.
Well, we had it last time, Funky, didn't we?
Brad honestly sees that he does that always with me too. It's no problem.
We had two rage quitters, huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh. Remember?
I don't know why. It's happened before, and
we went 4 against 6 all of a sudden.
There was a friend of mine. He plays for a team, and 2 guys that were playing in a tournament game. They both left and went on a completely different game, so they had to forfeit the match.
Wow. Wow. That's one way to rage. I
don't know why you just put your name down for a game that you can play, go halfway through the game, and then just leave.
Here, the way I look at the competitive game, like you always plan days for competitive games, and they're not that long. Like usually 1 or 2 rounds, 3 rounds. Like they don't take that long. Just take a bit of time of your day and just do it. No matter how shit it is. Like we've had many competitive like games in the past where we went into it. No joke to you. Every time we done a competitive game, the leader of it did a prayer for us every time we went into the game. It was nuts. We went into it, and we were against a team who was like one of the main competitive teams. I'm not going to say their name, but they literally, I've never been so like, I won't say humiliated, but more like just we barely could get off spawn, and just we were all there laughing like hell. Just like, oh my god, we're getting our ass with here. Horses, everything flying in, get sniped from fucking horses. And I was just like, yep, we're just having to laugh with it. Some people did rage, and that's what made it even funnier for us. Because they're just like, yep. And then the aftermath was just, because we were in communication with that team as well, and they were saying, what happened to your friend? And it's like, well, you guys sniped him, and he pissed off. Yeah, that's what I mean. That's what it goes back to with competitive. When you're doing making a competitive team, for example, you just have to have people you can laugh with even when you're playing bad, but also you can, okay, guys, calm down, we'll figure this out type way. Like you just need to have that with all people, but there's not a lot of people like that on here.
Well, so you guys all know O-Slapper now, don't you? I think Sannytater, O-Slapper.
Oh yeah.
Irish guy. He's got to be the loudest person to be in a group, in a party chat. I am not even joking. He is really, really loud.
Sanny in a chat?
Yeah. No, I'm being serious.
I haven't had him in a party or something.
He's such a good, nice lad, but sometimes like the littlest of things will agitate him, and that's it. No one's going to be able to focus. But we all start laughing about it because he doesn't show up.
Just like the Flying Scot. Oh my god, he's so funny.
God, yes.
Oh my god, he's so funny.
I've never been in a party chat with him.
I swear.
Oh, you should be. You should be.
So I can tell you, I was pretty quiet last night. I was just focused on trying to get on with it. Flying Scot. Like, yes. He just went on and on.
And then he was they made it best squad. That was yesterday. They made it best squad, and he was like, yeah.
You know why? I was trying so hard yesterday to try to get best squad. Just because he was in my squad, I was like, yeah, I want to hear it. Oh yeah, man, yeah, that's what man, yeah. He's just going.
And Orange was like, why were you laughing? I said, didn't you hear it?
Gosh, of course you laugh.
But Bloody had a good point. Like he said, like if you're playing comp, it's also about being calm, because if you calm, you play more focused, and if you play more focused, you can play the best. You know, you can be the best you are.
Yeah.
And I had quite a few times myself. I'm only talking about my own experience. That doesn't mean it has to be yours, yeah. But for me, it's like this: if I'm in a stress moment, and I feel somebody is, let's just say, not happy the way I'm playing, right? And I feel watched. Especially when you play like Warzone or something, you know, and everybody died. And then, you know, people like shout at me, you know, like, kill this dude, you know, why don't you kill him? And I fuck up. I fuck immediately. I fuck up. You know, I can't play anymore. Should I say?
Sometimes I do that.
I'm sorry, Missy. I've done it with you.
No, it's totally, no, it's fine. I know. And I'm not taking it personally, but I'm just saying, for me, it's really an issue. Like I freeze, like somebody, like if I feel the pressure from outside and somebody is like, you know, I feel like I let somebody down in my squad, I freeze and I can't do nothing about it. I wish I could. I can't. But if you would do it the other way around, like, Missy, you can't do it, you know? Get him, you can do it, you know? It's like, I don't know, this is motivating me, you know? Then I'm like, yeah, okay, I can do it. You know? It doesn't mean that it's, for you, it's the same, but for me, it's essential.
You know what's worse?
What's worse?
Having your husband sit next to you when you play.
I hate
He's over there! He's over there! No, that way! No, that way! And I'm like, shut up!
Yes, I hate that too.
Brad is giving you motivation, Sonny. He's always giving you motivation.
I totally get that sometimes. You know,
I love you, honey.
I totally get that. I even hate it if he's just sitting behind me and saying nothing. I'm like,
no
don't you have anything to do? Can you just go read a book or something? You know, like,
I'll be mid-game.
Go to your own PlayStation. Go play PlayStation.
My brother does the exact same thing. I'll be playing in a game, I'll be super focused, and he'll either sit on the bed next to me,
Oh.
or he'll stand right behind my shoulder
Hey.
and start whispering.
Hey, Mo. That's so
And
funny.
my sister is like the quietest person. She could walk in my room, walk straight out. She could even cook something. She's that quiet. And at times I'm so focused on the game, she'll come and tap my shoulder and I'll jump out of my skin. I'm not even joking. She'll scare the shit out of me, and I'll panic. She'll be like, "Oh, I'm sorry, didn't mean to scare you."
That's funny. So let's maybe round it up again. Competitive gaming for you guys. You're looking forward to what you want to see in the next Battlefield if it comes down to competitive gaming. What tools would you want to see that makes competitive gaming right now better for you? What are you missing besides private servers?
No leaning.
What?
No leaning.
No weaning. No, I'm talking about technical stuff which Battlefield should bring.
Bring in well, you got community games out there, which it's fine, but it's quite limited.
Yeah,
Hopefully
let's say we get real service like in Battlefield 4. Let's dream here. Let's say everything is possible.
Probably a full mode dedicated to competitiveness. They basically create a whole mode. You got front lines rushing out there. That's all fine, but they take feedback from the community and they just make a mode out of it. And that's the competitive mode for Battlefield 6 or whatever it's going to be called.
A 5v5 or
5v5, or if you want to go higher, I'd go 12v12.
I think one issue with that being with the 5v5, you're going to be coming, if someone's not happy or if you get beat, that team's going to leave and you're going to have to wait for a new team to join.
Jimmy. What do you think, Chad? What are we missing here? Completely no game mode is required. I think so too. I mean, as I remember, they said originally they wanted to bring a competitive mode for Battlefield 5, right?
Yes.
And then they backed out and said, like, no, we are not doing it. I think there was this funny scene, right? Where, what was it? I remember this, like, somebody met two developers somewhere. I can't remember. And they by accident, they basically said, like, oh, this mode is not coming. Who was that?
But they did that with a lot of stuff. For the medic, they had the pulling the other soldier away and then reviving. But it never came.
There were so many things.
So many extra gen guys here, man. Achilles was in here quick. Yeah, Achilles was in here. Vance is here. Basically, Helmut is here. So good to see you guys.
Yep.
Hello.
12v12, 8v8 Conquest, frontline ranked, squad rush, domination, squad conquest. Those are options, yeah.
I think Shade say this as well, and I do agree with him. Add a ranked mode. It'd make everything so much easier for because you play normal games, like you play with your friends, just go into a normal server, have fun. Then you'll have games where you play ranked, where you kind of have to sweat a bit more, but still have fun. And then have a completely different set with comp, because it's strictly just all focused on one thing rather than just enjoying yourself.
Yeah.
True.
I can think of a ranked mode like Rainbow Six Siege.
Yeah.
That's probably the one game that the developers could take a lot of feedback from. Just ranked in that there is more. If you have it's 5v5, like you know yourself, like Siege is you got your casual one, that's fine, you can have anyone, but even with that there, the one thing I hope that never comes in the next Battlefield is like in terms of just competitive modes itself where you can team kill, because that is the biggest promise Siege at the moment. Even in ranked matches, you'll have a team that's very focused and you have that one person who's not on the mic or nothing, you maybe have 5 people in a chat. There's that one guy, he's not happy, he just starts shitting everyone, that ruins the game completely, and that affects your rank. If you lose a game, maybe not by your own fault, it takes the rank back, like you lose progression, which I just hope in the next Battlefield they
close quarters Battlefield 3-star. I like that. I like your husband. I'm sorry. I like your husband very much for that comment.
Those quarters, yes. Battlefield 3.
I really miss that. This was one of my favorite game modes there. I really miss that. Like, I mean, if you're an infantry player, smoke is like you would love that. Have you played Battlefield 3, Sunny? You did? When did you start? What was the first Battlefield you played?
I think the very first one. I'm
Battlefield-
old!
You played really? Wow. I feel bad now. I started with Battlefield 3.
No.
Yeah,
I bought my first PlayStation, and my first game was Battlefield 3.
I
Wow.
started.
No, we started on PC. We played Battlefield 3 on PC.
Damn. Yeah,
I-
I got to gaming very late.
Me and Orange, and before that I already played.
My dad got me into Battlefield.
Your
Hands down.
dad?
Yeah.
My dad, honestly,
That's so
the first time I think, how old Battlefield 3 now?
Yeah, 10 years this year. Yeah, it'll be 10 years.
Yeah, so it would have been when I was
Battlefield
30,
Never got
maybe,
BF
when
Community.
when he first introduced me to Battlefield 3. Now, he wouldn't let me touch his PlayStation at all because obviously he was younger. You don't know what's precious, what's not.
What about you, Brad? What was your first
My
Battlefield?
first, that Company 1. That was my first one. It was just by accident. Like, I was a kid, and my father, he would just buy me games for the Xbox 360, and he just gave it one day and just he brought this. It was just Bad Company 1. Had the grenade with a smiley face, and I asked him, "What's this?" Like, I was into Call of Duty back then, Modern Warfare constantly. That was my game, and then he said, "Oh, this looks good." He liked the grenade and all. He thought that was quite fancy. And I went, "All right, I'll give it a shot." And literally, I knew as soon as I could get a grenade launcher, poop at a building, demolish it, and I was like, "Holy crap! Like, this is
cool, all right?
this is amazing." Then
That's how I felt. Like I very first time I played PlayStation at a friend's house, and he showed me like Modern Warfare 2, and I tried before on somebody's computer, I think Counter-Strike, and I was moving around on a PC, Counter-Strike, and I couldn't move away from the stupid wall, I couldn't handle it, So I thought like, no, gaming is not fun. So a couple of years later, I was at my friend's house and we were playing PlayStation. He showed me Modern Warfare 2, and I don't know why. I had fun and it worked. And then he told me about Battlefield 3, and he said like, Battlefield is bringing a new game. This is really cool. You have to try it. And I was like, oh, okay. And this was the same very moment, the same experience you had. Like, you pull out the RPG and you can destroy a building, and it's like, I could never look back to Call of Duty at that point.
yeah, it was never the same.
I know. I never thought I would ever play a Call of Duty again. To be honest, I was very surprised about myself playing now Call of Duty again. Like,
I always try Call of Duty every time a new one comes out, but I just can't.
We tried so damn hard to get you into Warzone, Sandy. We
I
really
know.
tried.
I tried, but I just
You actually enjoyed it. We even won you a game. But it was like, no, it just wasn't. Like, oh, where's the syringes?
Yes.
Like, you can pick
But
up the
I'm
syringe.
so bad at it, and there's no revive.
It takes time. Everything
There
takes
is
time.
for the buy station.
She doesn't know what buy station is.
hey, let's just hope we get a great Battlefield again, and I'm happy to be fully back in that game, to be honest. And I really miss it, and I really miss it.
Hopefully it brings back the other community members, the ones that don't really like Battlefield 5 because the way it is. I'd rather have everyone from the community join back as one again, rather than split off into separate games and then having to switch between
Yes, right?
games.
It's so weird.
So damn divided.
I never had this issue like before. Like, normally it was always like there was no other game. And now everyone is split it up in so many games. Like, I never had that on my friends list. It was always like only Battlefield somehow, And now it's like everyone is playing something else, and it's weird. But I'm pretty sure if the next Battlefield will be what they will promise us, whatever it is, and it will work out. I'm serious. I'm hopeful. I'm not giving up on that, and I'm not the person who's like, only because they didn't bring what we wanted to have this last time or the last times. It doesn't mean they can learn from it and bring us now a better version. I still have hopes for it, and if they don't, well, then it is how it is. Then we have to evolve, and maybe something else comes up. I'm not giving up. But I really hope we get the community back together. But this is another thing. If we said we talk about competitive, can we talk about community maybe for a second?
Sure.
What do you think is missing within the communities? Is there anything Battlefield could do to help the community maybe heal again or be less toxic with each other?
Release the teaser trailer. No, but it's like it's just it's everyone like you know yourself. The community at the moment is so divided because of where Battlefield is at the moment. Like, there's no new content coming for Battlefield 5. It's been like that now for almost a year, and everyone's gone their separate ways. Like, well, most people have like I play Battlefield 5 just for the like, unless I'm on with a bunch of people like Sanny or Funky or Mizzy, I can't not play it by myself anymore. Like Battlefield 1, I play by myself a lot. Like every Battlefield game up until Battlefield 1, I played by myself. Like, I never played with friends or anyone. Battlefield 3 is still my favorite, and I played that game by myself day and night. It was absolutely nuts. And right now, Battlefield 5 is just the love to that game. It doesn't feel the same as it was to the other ones. Like Battlefield 1, when it came out, it was just, you know yourself, it was massive, and I was playing day and night. Like, I've put about 500 hours into Battlefield 5, where I put over 1,000+ hours into Battlefield 1. It was just the only game I played. And right now, it's trying to decide what game to play. Like, it's
I have well, 1,190 hours on Battlefield 5. But go back to like Battlefield 1, I've got like 300 hours just because just didn't enjoy it. Didn't have anyone to play with. No one didn't really know anyone at that point. Same with Battlefield 4. I have 2.5 thousand hours on Battlefield 4, and for me and my dad combined, it's about 7,000 hours on Battlefield 3.
That's a lot.
Battlefield 5 and Battlefield 4 were both the same when they first came out. They were broken. They really know what to do with it until they fixed the game for Battlefield 4, which kind of built a community there. And then it progressed more on when they released 1, but kind of killed it a bit with Hardline just because it was different. A lot of people enjoyed Hardline, a lot of people didn't enjoy it.
I sold it after a week.
I have it. I've got about 50 hours minimum.
I really wasn't a tech game.
I have a question because sorry that I'm switching topics, but never said like Sony fucked up the PlayStation community when they changed the party system, right?
Yeah.
How does it work between PS4 and PS5?
It's the same thing.
But you can party up with you can party up. Of course you can party up with a PS5.
Party up, yeah.
But it's the same thing.
The thing that changed is that you can't see other parties unless you're invited. So in the old days, you used to just watch parties from friends and we're like, okay, I'll just join that one. But now you have to be invited.
It's not as bad in PlayStation 5 though. It's a little bit better laid out. Because when it came out, that horrible update in the PS4 where you just like, okay, how do you join parties now? It's so broken. Like you're
and also it takes forever. Like for me, it's really a problem. You're in the middle of the game, you want to invite somebody, and you can be sure you will die because it needs like 5 minutes till you've opened the stupid screen, till you find your friend you want to invite, and be back in the gaming menu. You know, it takes forever. It's like, you kidding me?
Well,
like I'm always hesitating to invite somebody at all because it's just annoying. You know.
Because I've got so many friends on PlayStation. I have 510 friends on PlayStation. I have around 200 on a night. I can't invite someone through that. So I'll go on my phone. I'll go on the PlayStation app on my phone and I'll add them to the party from my phone. Just so I know.
That's good.
My PS4 ain't going to crash.
We talked about that.
That app is so slow for me.
Yeah, that's really
annoying. PlayStation 5, that's one of the benefits I can say from it. Everything's faster. You can build up a game, you'll be in about 10 seconds if you're playing single player games. The multiplayer games, most of them are quite quick.
Hey Mystic, how you doing, man?
setting up parties and out there, it's quite great. Like this has been the thing that happened last 2 nights. If I get a party invitation, right, I click on just tap the button in under a second, and then someone said to me, "Wait, I barely even sent the invite. What the hell?" It's like next gen.
Posh boy. Everyone could afford a PS5, brother, right?
But
Here,
but
I got lucky.
back to community, guys. Back to communities. I know I switched topics, but I want to go back to the community and toxicity thing. How can I know you said, Brad, that a part of the issue is the problem with the game, but I think it's just a symptom. I don't think it's a cause, and I think we live in the times where it's easy to, judge and get, say, stuff that we are not happy about, whatever, without thinking about consequences and without even knowing the whole story. Like, I feel like we are very easy these days to say, like, somebody is XYZ, bad for whatever reason, but we don't know the whole story. And this is how we start fights these days, And is there a way to help our community to heal and build something which is less toxic? This is my question, I guess.
It's just because the way people play. Like, I've met so many people that play different play styles than me. It's something you can't really control. It's how you want to play. It's how you're going to play. It doesn't matter if it's camping, rushing, playing progressive, doing what Sanny does just goes mental with the smoke. But there's nothing you can really do. Because I could play with people from, God knows, they'll play like a similar play style to me, and I'll have my dad join. Now my dad's he's 58 and he plays Battlefield still. And now he's very slow, but knows what he's doing. And I have to explain to people that that's how he plays, and you can't really change it. Like, if he dies, he's dead. He doesn't give a shit. If his KD's minus, he doesn't really care. He's more focused on blowing tanks up, all that kind of type of stuff, and rather having a good time rather than KD worrying.
Yeah, like it's especially like I think if you've all been in the party chat with me, like everyone always says, I'm just a light most of the time. I just scream and just try to laugh it all right and just try to play. Like I just try to play well. Like last night I was on the SEO server, I was just playing. Like the only reason I was playing so good last night, Sandy, you know yourselves, because Flying Scott was there and I just wanted to hear his reaction at the end. It always kills me. It just gets me every night. Every time he speaks, it just kills me. But I just like playing good. Like I just like I don't want to say competitive, but it's more just I just like the
look. But playing good is not toxic.
Oh,
like,
playing good is not toxic. I'm talking about what's coming out of your mouth.
I mean, give us a
not out of your gun.
Some people who would try and play good, but they'll criticize people who are not like as good at them, and then they'll start speaking out, and it's like it's just you do your own thing.
In competitive, it's quite a common issue. That is, it doesn't matter if you're good, if you're bad, if you're top tier, if you're not. Someone's always got something to say.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I think it's that way. I think we need better leaders. Do you agree? We need better leaders and better role models, because in competitive it's like that. Okay, sorry.
Maybe we just need to put the women in charge.
Nah, well, that's in competitive. It's really difficult. You know.
Yeah,
okay.
It will be bitching at each other.
Hello, old friend.
Oh yeah.
Imagine all those women being on the same time on their period.
Oh my goodness.
Bitching to each other.
That's not something I don't think I want to.
There is a girls' team, isn't there? I think I've seen a girls' team.
Yes, there was competitive teams in Battlefield, I think.
Look, Do said something very smart, I think, here. He said toxicity in gaming is 90% because there's no accountability for people that say and do heinous things. And I think that's the thing. We as leaders from communities, we can hold people accountability. Accountable? Thank you. Accountable. We can hold them accountable, right? And I feel like when you join a Discord server of Platoon, there's always a section code of conduct, right? And the rules. And I feel it's something like the terms, you find on websites. Everyone knows they are there, but nobody's reading them. And I think as long as we can talk to Battlefield about toxicity, but in the end, what we would need is building a strong community with strong community leaders. And what I would like to see, for example, my suggestion to, if anyone from Battlefield would be listening here, I think instead of looking for EA game changers who are good in content creation, they should look for Platoon and community leaders to work with to build up their community.
Yeah.
I think this would be a much smarter move because they are thinking about numbers maybe and reach, and that's all good. And I like that because we need more numbers and we need to reach more people. And marketing is an important everything. But I feel like the toxicity in general in gaming, not only in Battlefield, I think it's a general problem. I think toxicity in gaming and social media is, like Du said, it's that high because there's no accountability anymore. And the only way to make people accountable is if you build a structure for it.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure. I would really like to see, and I was thinking about actually, I don't know, did you see this message of J-Dot the other day where he was reaching out to content creators and asking content creators they basically said they set everything to 0, like all the contracts they have so far with EA Game Changers, they set everything to 0, and they want to start working with smaller content creators from now on, or also smaller content creators, not only the big ones. And they want to reach out to more content creators and want to start from 0. And I really love that. I love that approach, and I think it's really necessary. And they should have done that actually way earlier. But I really hope they're also thinking about ways to find the right people within the community who actually work with the people, I mean, it's nice if you're an influencer and a gamer, but most of the people are solo gamers, they have their community, but I don't know how much they really influence, how many people they influence, on daily basis, like communities are doing it. Like SEO, for example. How many members do you have now? Do you know that?
Hundreds.
Yeah, hundreds, but how many?
Yeah.
Up to 1,000?
Like 400, 500 something, I think. I'm not the person to ask. I think the best person to ask is probably Derek,
Derek, where are you when we need you?
Derek is one of the greatest players / guys I've ever met on Battlefield or a game. He's just
he's a great leader.
He is a leader.
He's good. Yeah. He's a great leader.
He doesn't talk down to anyone. He just if anyone has an opinion, speak it out. That's fine. He'll give you a very mature answer about it, and that's fine. He's so great.
And he's so calm. He handles everything so calm.
First Scotsman, he is very calm.
Scottish people are very good in serious situations.
Yeah. Except the two lads that I play with there from mature as hell. But it's like the funniest thing in the world.
I'd love to see Flying Scott charge of a platoon someday. That would kill me. Oh, guys, what are we doing there? I do agree.
You're so quiet, Sunny. What's up with you? You good?
With me? Yeah,
you're too quiet. I'm not used to you being so quiet. What's going on here?
I like to have everyone say their words.
Okay, now it's your turn.
For what?
I don't know.
You don't know. No, I like everyone. I like listening to what's been said. In everyone's opinion.
Picture Battlefield without a community. How bad would the game be at the moment if there was no community? It'd be nowhere. Without the community, you can't really hold the game. Battlefield made such a big community. It made such a big impact on people's platoons, leaders, content creators, all the stuff like that. you don't realize how much stuff is in a community until you've been in that situation.
I wouldn't be playing Battlefield probably anymore if it wasn't for the community. Like, once Battlefield 1, I nearly stopped playing it because I was by myself, and it was like one in games where you needed to have the community itself, like, to really get involved in, get online, have a laugh. And that's why I really kept going at Battlefield, like, to the point where I'm playing every day and night now. Like, I used to just do it casually, and now when I met the community, thanks to Friday Night Battlefield of all things, that was where I started to get, like, well, once I do this, but I started to notice people and met them, talked to them, have a laugh, and yeah, with the community, Battlefield I don't think it would exist anymore. To be honest, I think I'd be a dead franchise if it wasn't for the community.
I think that's how everyone really got to know me. Is when my dad made the Bottle Top squad. It was just him, myself, and like a few other guys that would just hop on a weekend, just have a massive laugh. And then people just wanted to start playing more. But if Battlefield never had the platoon side or the community side of the game, I think it'd be one of the deadest franchises out there right now. And I'm actually glad Battlefield has a community that offers open and support rather than not have a community at all.
Yeah, like Battlefield's very, like, it's one of them games where it's, I don't know what the word is, like, you got something like Call of Duty, for example, it's like the top shooter thing, like, ever type thing. It's community, yeah, it's something, yeah. It's definitely something.
It's more toxic, really, than
yeah,
welcoming.
Right. I don't know if I've met anyone just from someone who played Call of Duty but was never involved in Battlefield. Like, any person I've ever spoken to just played Call of Duty singularly. They're definitely just like the toxicity is just so rampant. Like, where most people I've known, like, that play Battlefield recently, or like always, like, they're always respectful. Well, most people are quite respectful to everyone, and you can have a laugh with them. Yeah, we're pretty lucky to have at the moment the community's quite but it's mostly just the hype train for it.
I think what's very interesting is Funky said big community for Battlefield. I don't think Battlefield is a big community. I think wait. I think what I really love about Battlefield is that it's a strong community, or always felt like it is a strong community. And I have no problem if it's getting big, but the thing is that if something is getting big too quick, too fast, and there's no structure, it will end up in being just a Call of Duty.
Sure.
And what I really love is about what Du said before, like accountability. Wait, he said, like, EA, they need to make it easier to report and deal with toxic players. I stopped playing by myself, and the first few months of playing Battlefield 5 was constantly dealing with racial slurs. Not being a part of the community, I had no recourse, and that's not good. And I think this is how many people feel. Like, this is also what Brad said. Like, it's if you play by yourself, it's not fun anymore, right? And it's really difficult. But also, was Battlefield really a game where you like to play by yourself? Was it better?
It's more of a team game.
Battlefield
really.
4 and 3.
I didn't know anyone in Battlefield 4.
I was a kid, so it might just been that. Like, right now, if I was playing by myself, it might just been a bit more. Yeah,
I'm just asking because I was never the person. I never liked playing by myself. Like, if I was going on, I never could find somebody. I just go offline. I still do it.
Yeah.
I only enjoy playing with other people.
I played the old Battlefields a lot with Orange, and his little brother used to play with us a lot too, and his bigger brother sometimes too, and it was more fun. And in Battlefield 5 we met the whole Battlefield community, and we just started joining events, and it was way more fun. I always try to join one of my friends in the friends list when I want to play a game, because it's more fun. and mostly just try to have a chat with them as well. Create a party or just chat through them through the Battlefield chat to just play. It's better.
Like this morning, I jumped on. The only person I seen online was Sannytater, and I thought, you know what? I'll go join their game. I'll sweat my head off for warm up, and I'll probably go eat food. We played about how many rounds? Like 3 rounds, but I wasn't in chat. So the 3 rounds I had, it was just Sannytater pick me up every 10 minutes, and then get carried. Sannytater will be that person that will always be there when you need it the most.
And that's very true for tonight.
Sannytater is the best medic. Yeah, am I right? Yeah. she's definitely the best medic I've ever met on Battlefield. I'm not just saying because you're here. But I don't know our medic where I have to just say, just come here and revive me. But no, she's like, oh, hello. There you go. And if I ever do competitiveness
You
again,
normally don't even need to say it, and that's the point.
Exactly, you don't have to say it. Like
with her, every time I join and we are not in the same party, whatever, and I'm dying, I know I just need to wait. She will come around.
Yeah, she's always
as I always say, have no fear. Miss Sannytater is here.
Yeah. By the way, I saw a comment in there, and I have to ask because I don't understand it. Lex Neville Games said, DICE got their hands burned after working with DICE for this community platoon. Explain that to me, somebody here. What do you mean? What does he mean by that?
I have no idea.
No idea?
Repeat the question.
He said DICE got their hands burned after working with DICE versus community platoon. What does he mean by that?
I think what he means, like, with Battlefield 5, for example, the game was, the way I was like that, the game was more certain feedback from the community. That's the way I was felt about Battlefield 5, was like certain feedback from certain parts of the community is what made Battlefield 5 the way it is now. Like, the developers, they did what they had to do, but they take feedback from the community, but I think they kind of took the wrong feedback, if you get what I mean. And I feel like right now, like with Battlefield 6, I kind of hope they take certain feedback from the community, but I think they just need to make their own thing. Like they're the ones who make the Battlefield games. They're the ones who need to, they need to just focus, like create a vision, focus on it, do it there, and maybe calm down, listen to the community. Like the community we're all opinionated. Like we all have certain opinions about things, but just look at what people really like and not do the thing that one person like criticizes over. Like, okay, we can't do this here. Just, I don't know how to explain it. Like,
Neville, if you're still here, say if that's what you meant, what Brad just said, please. I would really like to know what you meant.
It's probably not what you meant, but...
Also, welcome to everyone who just joined the stream. Welcome, Tag. Welcome, Matze. Thank you all for tuning in here. We are talking about almost everything around Battlefield right now, so we are pretty spontaneous. So if you want to break anything up, we are just happy to talk about it, or whatever it is, just bring it up.
Give us some questions.
Give us some questions. Also, I want to say something quick up front before anyone leaves here again, or maybe in between, which is totally fine, of course. We will support from now till next week a really special charity event. It's called Mind. The organization is called Mind, and Android from their Xbox community is hosting this, and he is organizing a lot of streamers within the community on different games. I think starting this Monday. He will post also some schedules, but I'm just saying, if you want to, support this wonderful project, Cylon, maybe you can just post the link quick in here. I sent you before. It's I think they are trying to raise 1,000 euros for Mind, and it's starting basically today. We will announce it the first time. If you just, want to support that project with 50 cents or what, everything is welcome. Everything is much appreciated. As you know, we as GWC We never accepted the affiliate status even because we don't want to have financial support from you directly. But sometimes we will support charities, and this is one of these charities we like to support. You can also find below in the About section, we put in there a panel for that. It's called We Support Mind, and it's linked directly to the Tiltify, where you can support the project. So just saying, if you feel like you want to support that, thank you, thank you, thank you. We think it's a great organization. And we will have actually a very special stream about this next week, next Sunday. We will have also somebody from Mind with us in the stream. Hopefully get some insights and tips. That's it. Back to Battlefield. All right. No, it's not the end. Jimmy, by the way, you made me laugh. We were talking about something, and then on my phone, your Twitter message came up, and it fit perfectly what we were talking about in here. But I can't remember what it was. Never mind.
Jimmy is crazy.
Yeah, he knows that.
If you're wondering what the spatula means, I don't know if you've heard. He's talking about a spatula the whole time.
It's Jimmy Klein shoes.
Yes.
Oh.
I just donated £5.
What did you post, Jimmy? What did you post?
No, I posted.
Oh, not you, Jimmy Clown. No, Berlin Jim. I meant Berlin Jim. I meant Berlin Jim, not Jimmy Clown.
The other Jim.
Oh, the other Jim.
Okay,
the other Jim. I'm so sorry, guys.
I was confused.
No, the other Jim.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
okay.
I'm sorry, Jimmy. I meant the other Jim. I'm totally confused, everyone. I'm so sorry. All right, but back to where were we? We were community talking. Is there anything else? You said something which made me thinking, Sunny. You said like we need more female leaders, and I was like,
girl power.
I found it so hard to be a female leader within the Battlefield community. And you, a general yourself, do you feel it's hard or maybe even harder sometimes being a girl than a boy?
Maybe.
Guy?
Maybe.
Man?
Maybe. Sometimes.
Maybe?
But not under Derek. Derek just sees everyone as equal.
Well, it's different if you talk to leadership or if you look on the. I'm talking more like, I mean, you have to lead people, right? Do you feel like you're struggling sometimes within your community members?
No one ever listens to me.
Hold up a minute. We all listen to you.
No, you don't.
Hold up a minute.
I mark the flags and you don't go.
You scream it out. I'm like, Brad, where are you at? I'm taking the objective. God, give me a minute.
No, I'm not sure. A lot of times I just pass it on to Derek because a lot of things I don't know what he wants in a lot of things and what he talks about with other people. And we do have an admin app on Twitter, but we don't really talk in it. So a lot of things when shit happens on Twitter or whatever, Derek mostly deals with it.
Derek still deals with it, like all by himself. I thought he stepped down like over a year ago a little bit from everything. He's completely still leading everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. He's still dealing with everything.
Commander in Chief.
He's always the one after the SEO Hellfighters Twitter as well, when he posts and does stuff.
I'll try and jump in a Scottish Hellfire event, but most of the time, because it's on a Saturday, there's normally a scrim or something going on at the same time, so it's kind of hard to balance between the two, rather than just choosing one over the other.
Always choose us, Funky. Oh my God.
Sure, we can make an exception, do another day instead of Saturday or something.
No, Saturday's all right because sometimes it'll be like 6:30. The main times for scrims is either 6:30 or 8 o'clock. Or if you're playing in an American server, it'll be about 9-10 o'clock ish.
Yeah.
But if I'm free that evening, I'll jump straight in. Sanny invited me last night, but I was in a game, so I didn't join. Sorry, Sanny, but
I mean, I think it's a difference. Salon just said we already are leaders, but I think it's a difference what kind of leader you are, and if you have people who have to listen to you. Like for example, if Sunny joined now this new competitive team, right? And I don't know what role you're playing in this competitive team, but when it comes down to that, let's say she will be maybe the leader of one team there, yeah, and has, I don't know, let's say she has 10 people in her team playing under her and she has to lead that team. She will probably get to a point where she will be struggling because they're not listening to her or they're not taking her seriously.
Just the same as you, Mizzy.
I know.
I've seen it happen.
And that's why I'm saying, and it's very frustrating. And it's very often people talk down to you, especially this KD thing. They see like your KD or your stats are not that good, and then they assume because they're not that good, your opinion is not that valuable. And of course, they're not doing it only with women; they are also doing it with men.
Yeah.
But it's. I feel like I just hope that we can change that in a way. I don't know how. Maybe it's just a matter of time. Maybe we need more examples. But I mean, this thing of females being in the competitive scene and not being as accepted as men is still a thing. I mean, even in like really big teams, you know, there are not many female competitive gamers, and the few that made it are all telling about their struggles of being like, you know, they had to be better. You know, they had to be better at everything. And I don't know how to fix it, you know? And I gave up on that, honestly. I gave up. I was done. I couldn't take it anymore. It just was too much for me.
Being a leader is hard. Like, some people don't see it as very hard, but as soon as you come under that pressure of being a leader, you will never know what it's like to deal with what shit you'll put with. I'm a squad leader for my platoon. I'll direct orders for my squad. Sometimes I'll get squads that just don't want to listen. They'll do their own thing. I'll have squads that'll do everything. They'll play well. Some will play bad. They'll like have a bad game or something. But it doesn't really matter. You should never judge someone for their KD or how they play. You should really focus on how you're going to play as a squad more than relying on just that person to do everything for the team. It just doesn't work, one-man army.
Definitely not.
Caesar just said, isn't there a girl platoon? Yes, there are actually, I know 2 big girl platoons. It's BF Battlefield Ladies Night, the platoon of Jen. It's a great community, a great ladies community. And the GRRL, I have no contact whatsoever to them, but I know they are also ladies only. And I'm pretty sure there are a few others we don't know about, you know?
Probably.
I know there's one.
To be honest, in XIGN, I was never really a fan of recruiting women. You were actually, I think were you even the first woman I recruited into XIGN? We had like 3 or 5 at the end. I'm not sure.
When I joined, there was only you.
Only me, right?
Yeah.
And I was never really focused too much because it's, I don't know why, but for me, women and platoons and men, it always means trouble. It always means, you know, it's always some point it means trouble. And if it's immaturity of boys or, you know, or if it's bitching around of girls, I don't know, it always means trouble. So I was not like I say no, but I was always like, well, let's see, you know. And I'm not sure. Do you have problems like that? Did you feel like there are struggles between girls in the community? Do you feel there is like a how do you say that? Like
I think there is a lot of underlying jealousy that doesn't come out.
Yeah, definitely.
Mm-hmm. It's not said,
Mhm.
but sometimes you can kind of feel.
You can feel it.
Yeah.
Sandy, you're bare American, me, I'm really jealous.
Is our
No,
ego just in the way?
A lot of egos get in the way of everything. I've seen it. It's quite common in the comp scene. Everyone's egos higher than their capability. They'll use their ego, and people will see it and just ignore it.
Yeah.
But you can't really get away with it.
Kim said as well. I was thinking the same thing. It's not different between men. Yeah.
But I think men will more easily say it than women.
Yeah.
Women,
or maybe
women
you
do
can
a lot
feel
of,
it. You can feel it easier because
Yeah.
then they start bitching around more, you know, right? And
Yeah.
women do it more like in a underlined way.
Yeah.
From
in a backstabbing
I
way,
ignore
right?
you.
Yes, exactly. I'll just ignore you.
To I give you that tone.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I'll give you the look.
I give you the look. Well, the look is very difficult, but yeah, the tone works.
Yep.
There we go.
Oh my God, he has light.
I didn't realize how dark it was outside. It's not very good lamp. It's pretty shit.
I'm just in the shade.
Most important thing is we can hear you. Why did you bench? What? No better whether man or woman in the scene. One does not treat the other. That is a fact. You mean the right way?
I think it means the way you treat a woman differently to a man. As in, like, some people will just, like, I don't know, start being horrible to a woman, but it'll be all right with men. They're just trying to show off, really.
Yeah.
There's a lot of females in the comp community.
Oh, this is great, actually. Caesar. Caesar here is a platoon, the general of TMM. I don't know if you know him. And he says, like, some people just have leadership skills and some don't. And the bad leaders are ground up pretty quickly, same as toxic people within the community. Yes. And I think this was always the hardest part for me. Like, finding people who are good leaders within a platoon. It's like they're not existing. Like it's so difficult. It's so difficult to find people who want to take the responsibility, you know? Because in the end, and there's a sentence I really hate the sentence. If somebody says it, I really hate it. It's just a game. Because for some people, it's not just a game. For some people, it's their job. You know, they're streamers, they're content creators. For community leaders like Caesar here, like Derek, they are spending hours per day to keep their communities alive and healthy. They have meetings. They are trying, you know, if something goes wrong, they have to be there, you know, they have to take out the fire. They have to organize, you know, the platoon. They have to recruit. They have to look that the Discord is working, you know. They organize events like what SEO does, actually, these weekly events. Nobody sees how much work that is. Like, you know, having these events like every Saturday with, you know, it's amazing. And that on all platforms. I think it's the only platoon which has weekly events like this on all platforms. And this is really amazing. And I'm so very proud to know Derek, actually. And I think it's they really earned this verification by DICE, you know, this platoon verification, the official one. But I think I feel like DICE itself is not aware of this. And I feel the players who join a platoon are also not aware of this. That how much work it is actually if you want to build a platoon
not
like
even
this.
to talk about what he has at home.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's a wife. He has kids. He has a whole life.
Work.
work.
Anyone really in the community, man or woman, looking for an example of someone who can lead, Derek is the one person, no matter what gender you are, he is the one person you need
Yep.
to take examples from. He has a whole life other than gaming, but he always finds time for all of us.
Everyone. Yep.
Yeah, everyone, yeah.
Even if you would have personal problems, it
Yeah.
doesn't matter to him. You can always knock on his door.
Sure.
Well, on the screen of your phone. But he's always there. He always reacts. He reacts fast, even though he has his whole life and his family, and he's always there.
Mhm.
I don't know how he does it.
And me neither. He never sleeps.
Mhm. Probably not.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is it worth it?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know.
For some people, yeah.
Yeah, for certain people, maybe, yeah.
Some
But
people have that mentality.
Derek also has his days. He has well, you probably know it. I host SEO Saturday a lot of times as well, especially when he had some personal problems. I did it almost every week for some weeks, and he just asks me, and I don't even think about it. I just do it because he's such a great leader. I do it for him. Sure, I'll host it. And then he always says, "Oh, Sonny, you're so great. You're so great." I'm like, "But you're a great leader." So of course I'll do it. He's the best.
He is.
Yeah.
He really is.
I think you just pointed out something which is really valuable as a leader as well. Like Caesar said, like patience, but the other thing is being grateful.
Yep.
Be grateful for who you're around rather than who's not around.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Showing to be grateful when people actually, help and support each other is definitely a big thing in general with the communities, right? Chat, do you have any other questions or think? Oh yeah, actually, just a tiny topic I would like to address tonight. Brad's eyes. What do you want to talk about? No, I want to talk about leaks.
What leaks?
Leaks.
I've got some in the fridge if you want me to go get them, Mike.
Oh yes, please. I'm hungry.
Give me some. Then I might get on the hype train.
Homemade leek and potato soup. Can't go wrong.
I'm so happy I don't have any leaks at home. It was raining today.
It's been raining all day.
What do you think? Like, yeah, it's okay, Jim. Good night. When I see stuff happen like this, and leaks are coming up, and then you look on the comments, and it's going up and down, and I don't think we should talk about like tonight, are leaks bad or good? I think maybe we should talk about it. Do you think leaks hurt the franchise?
Yeah,
leaks,
definitely.
Yeah.
Right.
Like leaks in certain ways, or depending on what way it is leaked. Like if it's an audio file, you're not going to get much from that. If it's a bit of footage, like a couple seconds, that'll boost some hype. But then again, it's like you guys think what the development team feels like. They're thinking like they've spent all this time trying to keep it secret, and just it gets released online. They probably feel terrible. It's like they just wasted all that secrecy, like all time with the secrecy, and just. But yeah, leaks overall aren't good. Like obviously, yeah, it's a tough one because some people really they love when stuff gets leaked. But sometimes it can really hurt the community and just the game in general, the franchise.
The only issue is because everyone wants that trailer, they want leaks.
Yeah.
If you release something too soon, it's gonna spoil the game for everyone.
It's coming.
And I'm not just saying because of me, but the way I see it, I want the developers to actually make a good game where it's fixed. There's not a lot of bugs. It's enjoyable rather than them releasing it too early, spoiling the game, and then it goes horribly wrong. Because it happened to Battlefield 5. They kind of like killed the community a bit, but then kind of stepped back up, changed things. It kind of built a new community, like a really small one. But now, because everyone's getting used to the fact that waiting for something that can be rewarding is more important rather than rushing to get something from somewhere and then just end it badly.
What? I was like, is the sound missing here or what? I'm so sorry. I was like... By the way, I don't know why I'm thinking about it right now, but I was just thinking, like, I never heard anyone singing when on Call of Duty, you know, when you kill somebody, you can hear what they say, right? Sunny, I don't know if you know that, Sunny.
No.
That's
how
and
much
it's
Call of
really
Duty I
funny.
play.
It's a really funny feature. Like when you kill somebody on Warzone, you can hear what they say.
Really?
Like 3 seconds. Like
What?
Yeah. And it's so funny what you hear sometimes, you know. And I just realized I never heard anyone singing. And the second thought, this TikTok, okay. And the second thought I had is, I think this feature would be actually nice in Battlefield.
Yes.
Yeah, it would.
I think
that would be funny.
We really should have that feature on Battlefield. I think this is a really fun feature in there.
I would be like, silence! I kill you.
That'd be great.
No, it's the other way around.
Oh,
that'd
what?
be brilliant.
Unfortunately, I don't think they can hear. I don't think. Can they hear both ways? No,
no,
right?
they can only hear one way.
No.
Whoever dies is the only person that.
Yeah.
Yes, but when I kill someone, I would be like, silence! I kill you.
No, it's the other way
Oh.
around.
No.
If you
If
die,
you kill somebody, then you hear the person talking that you killed.
Oh, so when I die, they hear me.
Yes.
yeah.
No.
No.
Yes, for 3 seconds. But wouldn't that be amazing on Battlefield 5?
No.
You're not. No. Here we are. Operation Underground, right?
Oh no.
You're in a position with MG42.
No, that only works in Battle Royale, man. That only works in Battle Royale.
Or the Type 2A.
I'll tell you what, I had the weirdest encounter yesterday. I was playing with a few friends on Underground, right?
True, buddy.
And all my friends that we were playing with do play COM. And we were top 4, double-digit kills, higher than 50. And then we just got this message. All 4 of us got the same message from the same exact guy, just saying, nice cheats. He wasn't in the game. He was spectating the game. And then when I opened the message from him, he had previously accused me of cheating beforehand.
And all the other ones as well.
I've got quite a few.
The word, I think
I don't have nice encounters though. And the nice encounters make the game feel more wholesome.
Oh, good question, Simon.
Siege is one of the best for that.
Actually, you know what? How about we start the giveaway? I don't know. Cylon, you do however you want to do it. I'll leave it to you. You can take everyone, or you can ask them to write something in the chat if they want to be part of it. Whatever you want to do, I leave that to you. So it's not by me. Whoops.
So it won't be your fault that I don't win.
Exactly.
Oh, it will be Marco's fault that I don't win. Oh my God, Marco.
But he has to take you in. He wanted to know if he has to take the lurkers also. You can take everyone in. The only thing
I didn't lurk. I talked.
No, the only thing I thought is if he takes a lurker in and the lurker is not active, and then he says he wins and we can't reach them. That was my only concern when I.
But some of the people that talked in the chat aren't here anymore. Maybe.
Oh yeah, that's true as well.
Maybe announce it on
All right,
Twitter
you know
if
what?
that's,
Let's do a giveaway now with everyone who's active in the chat right now. Then we do it right. Is that okay, Salon? Shall we just say, oh yeah, he got a winner. Okay, I guess he got a winner.
Jimmy Klein says you
Oh,
won.
wait, but you have an answer in 1 minute from now? Okay, the winner is... What?
Tom, who the fuck?
Do we get a drum roll?
That?
Oh, it's somebody in
No,
the chat.
he,
I think that's...
Wait, what's it?
Is that a real person?
What's
Let's
the
see.
name?
Maybe it's a bot. Yeah, you don't know. Sometimes you have bots, you know? You know, like, is that a real person?
Wait, what's his name?
Hey, Tom Toms, are you in here? Are you in here, my friend?
he streams World of Warcraft. It's an actual person. It's not.
Yeah,
a bot.
that's totally allowed. Tom, you just win a
Candy.
a candy box, man. Accept the win now. Accept the win.
It's a bot. No, it's an actual
Jimmy says
person.
I accept.
Jimmy says I accept. Jimmy, I like you.
Is it a bot? It will not say. No, it's not a bot. It's an actual person.
It is an actual
I
person.
thought you said it's not a boy. It's an actual person.
Yeah.
No,
What?
bot.
Yeah, you did, bloody. Another TNT.
Yeah.
Well then, do me a favor. Can you, Cylon, can you send him a whisper message right now? And if he's not reacting within the next 5 minutes, we do a giveaway with the people who are active here in chat. Is that okay? Because I don't want to waste like days and days trying to reach a person and then they are not, you know. I want to get rid of the sugar box tonight. I want a real winner. Okay, let's wait another 5 and then if he's not reacting, then we...
Is Mr. Orange Anger still in the chat?
He's not even... I can't even tag this person in the chat here. I think he's just auto viewing. This is... Some people do that. Count me out.
Is Mr. Orange still in
Destroyer
the
said
chat?
count me out as I have...
Where? There is...
Moves?
This... Where? There's one left.
What is it?
I totally feel you, Destroyer.
Licorice.
What's it say? Finko.
By the way... Oh, wait, you have licorice? Oh, Sunny, by the way, I forgot you live in my favorite country. My sister... I have actually four things left. Four, what do you say, like boxes? No, what is that?
It's the last one, Sunny, and you miss your mouth.
My sister lives close to the Netherlands, and every time she's visiting me, I ask her to bring licorice from the Netherlands because they are so much better than in Germany.
Mm-hmm.
And now she can't.
That is very true.
Yeah, now she couldn't because the border was closed or something.
Oh.
And then, and normally you can go, at least you can go there close to a store like Edeka or something here in Germany, and you can get even licorice from the Netherlands. Not all of them, but at least a few of them. You know, you can get. They didn't even have licorice anymore there. They can't even order it because of COVID. They don't get the stuff.
And then I walked into the supermarket.
And then I thought, would you have imagined that you can't buy licorice because of COVID?
Yeah.
I don't like licorice anyway. So.
I know, nobody likes it. I know, nobody likes it.
I can eat it. Don't get me wrong, I can eat it, but...
Yeah, I love it. I know I'm crazy.
I got a bad stomach off it.
Hey, thought tooth.
I just over sweet tooth anymore. I just, for me when I was a kid, it was always fruit gums and all that there. I wasn't, yeah. Licorice and all there, nah.
I can't even eat wine gums anymore.
Oh, wine gums. I wasn't first to wine gums.
Jorge won!
The winner
Jorge,
is...
share! Jorge, share! Jorge, share!
That's amazing.
Bloody.
Congratulations. Bloody.
Congratulations!
Well, SMK said, I asked him, do you ship all around the world? And he said, that's not a problem. So there we go. This will go to Panama.
It's going to cost him a
To
fortune.
Panama!
This will go to Panama. Bloody, I will make a group. I will make a group chat with you and SMK on.
What did I win? What did I win? He said, what did I win?
You will see, my friend. You will see. Lots of licorice.
Brad, Sawtooth says, I thought Brad was sitting on the toilet.
It even sounds like that.
He's asking if you're wearing pants as well.
Do I have to stand up and show?
I am wearing pants. My PJ pants with my kitties on it.
I
I'm
don't
wearing
have much room here.
shorts.
I can't stretch.
So I made a group chat already. This is done. This is out of my hands now. SMK will handle it with you, bloody. Congratulations. I'm happy. I'm happy you got it, man.
Choose wisely. Choose wisely.
And wait, what did I miss? Pants? Brad, stand up.
Oh, for God.
He's really doing it.
There you go. Pants. No pants. No pants. No pants.
I really can ask anything in this show. I didn't realize.
There you go. There
I
you go.
didn't realize how much power I had.
I'll show you my pants.
Guys, we need to
stretch.
change. You gotta give me some questions here, Nick. I have no idea what's going on. People are crazy.
Oh God. Oh, here. Here, I give you some pants and some belly.
Jesus.
Oh, Nick comes in and it's like.
I wonder who won the
Yes, right?
third. I wonder who won the third place on the
Oh,
ESP.
dear, that's brilliant.
Destroyer is trying it pretty hard. Brad got a hole in the sock. Well, I guess. No, we're not going there.
Oh,
Hey,
dear.
didn't we want to talk about something called Battlefield or so? I don't know. What is that?
Just want to see my belly again?
What is that?
Oh, dear.
It's so much fun.
Top 10 Resident Evil Village horror moments. Ay.
Oh, dear, I've got a heck now.
Definitely, right? Silent, do me a favor and post the links here of Funky, Sunny, and Brad again in the chat. Thank you so much. And also a reminder for this charity event, Mind. And I would say...
I've donated £5.
Hey, no stress. It's like, guys, you don't need to support it if you don't feel like it. I'm just saying, but if you do, it's really appreciated. Beautiful project called Mind, and we are supporting this project the next 2 weeks. In case you didn't hear that before, I don't know when you dropped in. Silo will post the link here again. Yeah, thank you for Miss Sannytater. Give this girl a follow. She's a great medic, a great streamer. Also Funky here. By the way, Funky, I never knew you were competitive. I never knew you were playing competitive. When Sunny said that today, I really didn't know. I always
It all comes from here. I don't know if it's going to allow it. No.
Focus.
I think you have to. I think you have to show us your very tidy room.
Yeah. I'll.
Then we can see the beautiful controller.
There we go.
He's really doing that. You see, guys, they're doing everything I ask.
Controller. With the Galaxy FPS.
This is mine.
Nice one, dude.
Yeah, I have one too. Shall I show mine?
Yes, show yours. Show yours.
It's the same as yours.
I broke my one.
It's the same as yours.
I had a very pretty pink one, but
I had a scuff. I had it for 3 months and I broke it.
Because you threw it in the corner?
No, I play close, so I don't really need it. I could use
Would you get it?
my index finger for like all my buttons. And
oh, you do that too.
Yeah.
I do it to revive and for to you.
I could do a bit
revive?
I heal like this. No, I revive
I
like
press
this.
square.
I heal like this. No, heal. Throw the heals.
No, I can't do that. No,
I could use boot.
I play like this.
Okay, now it's getting interesting. Why didn't you say that before? Now let's talk about some controls here. What is the special? What do you use special on your controller? Did you change anything else? Did you change buttons or something?
Oh, mine's just standard settings.
Mine too.
Because I'm doing... This is actually...
The keyboard.
No. Somebody in Battlefield 4, like a really great team deathmatch player who was like playing like 40 zeros in team deathmatch, just running and gunning, crazy. And he told me he switched X and R3. So he's basically jumping with R3 and laying down was X. Crouching.
You'd break your thumbstick, wouldn't you?
Huh?
You'd break the thumbstick for a while.
I've never seen that type of setup.
I'm actually not breaking this one. I'm breaking this one a lot. I'm breaking one. This one, I on all my controllers, L3 is the one that I break.
The main issue I have always had with controllers is stick drift.
My only problem is that over the time, I feel like it is cool, but over the time now, I feel like I would like to switch back again because many times in fights, when I freak out, I jump and I don't want to jump, and then it kills me. But before that, I was laying down when I didn't want to lay down, and then I couldn't get up, and then it killed me. You know, it's like...
I was literally going to say that. I've gone into fights where I've gone to slide and gone straight on the floor. And of course, you can't shoot when you drop to the floor, so you just kind of just die.
Nah, Nick, you don't need my settings. You're already better than me. You don't need my settings, man.
Only...
And I don't even know. I just can't go back. It took me like half a year to get used to these settings, and now I'm too lazy to go back again. You know, it's more like this. But tell me your settings, guys, in the chat. Do you have some special settings which you use?
No, I use
drive tanks.
I use R2. I basically just play this, so I can use my middle finger for both of these, whilst using my index finger.
What the hell?
Yeah, you know what's weird? Every time I'm running about or doing something, you'll see me like us here, and then they'll do us here. I'm always doing that there. Always doing that there. For some reason, it's weird. If I'm running about doing something
I'm just
crazy,
thinking, like, I really like this index finger thing. Is really a big thing. I saw that many pro players are doing that actually, and I was always too lazy to try that. Are you doing that, Brad? Are you using? Are you switching? Did you switch anything on your controller, like settings wise, or?
Honestly, the only thing, like in Call of Duty, I've switched a lot of the buttons around just to make it a bit easier. But in Battlefield, it's mostly just a sensitivity. I just play standard really.
Okay, sorry, but you said you switched a lot of buttons around in one game, and it's both a shooter game. Is it not confusing if you have in one shooter game like a lot of buttons switched around with the other?
I guess it really depends, like how long you play the game. Like Call of Duty, I don't play it too much, but if I was playing it all like for weeks and weeks, and then went back to Battlefield, it would feel strange. Like sensitivity, everything all feels strange, but it's not really that hard. They kind of adapt back to the other games. Like it's not really that hard to adapt them, but yeah, it's not too bad. I have really no problem.
Helmut is crouching with a touchpad? Wow.
Oh, some people do that, yeah.
That's a new one.
That's definitely a new one.
Yeah, just an easier way to do it. You just tap. But suddenly I don't worry. Sorry, wait. Explain this again. You press down?
No.
No, you
left.
press the left. Oh, left. That's fine.
Left.
She's like, oh yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I do left too. Yeah. I thought you pressed down. I was like, what?
No, down. Then I start building. I don't want to build. I'm not Bob the Builder.
No, you're.
But I really
I
think
don't
I
know.
need to get used more to my index finger using it another way. I'm so used to just aim and shoot with it.
Yeah.
I'm so busy. Did you get a new controller, Mizzy? Since the last time, I remember last time we were on Warzone, you had your problems with your controller was the R3 button. You had to switch it about, wasn't it?
Crouch touchpad.
Did you ask me when I switched it? Did you ask me just now?
No.
If you.
No, I didn't switch anything now for 2 years or so. I play like this with R3 jumping and X for laying down. I play since the end of Battlefield 4. Like this, and I'm playing on every shooter game like this now. I'm old, man. I need my habits. I need everything to be the same in every game.
The only game I've ever actually changed buttons is Fortnite. That's the only game. It's even though it's died, but it's the only game I think I've ever played where I've actually changed my buttons.
The whole layout, like for building and that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I done that with there's Builder Pro and there's all different settings.
It's custom now.
How do you slide helmet?
It'll be double tap.
Is it still double X?
No,
X.
For me it's double. Wait.
Double X.
For me it's double X. For me it's...
What's circle then?
No,
Observe it.
R3. R3.
No, if his crouch is on his
no.
touchpad, his
I do
slide
it.
would
I
be-
do it all automatically. And when I have to think about what I do and what I press,
Yeah.
I can't.
Because if his crouch is on touchpad, he'll have to double tap his touchpad. I'm guessing.
The
For
touchpad wouldn't be too
sliding?
bad, I think. I just
Helmut,
think
we
about
need
it,
an
wouldn't be too
answer.
bad.
Oh.
Sprint and sprint slide on L. Oh my goodness. L3.
Who just slides on Alpha?
Yes, Sandy, you
confused.
slide in L3, don't you? Yes, Sandy, don't you slide in L3?
I slide with L3.
Well, you crouch
I don't know.
on-
You know what I just thought is funny?
I have to go into a game to.
You know what? No, you know what I
check
just.
out how
You know what I
do
just
it.
thought
I
is.
don't know.
Imagine a game mode, a competitive game mode, where everyone has their own settings, and in the final round, like everyone gets to the final round, and then the final mission is everyone has to switch the controller with the next person sitting beside them and has to play with the settings they have.
No.
No.
There was on the Olympics.
No.
It's a very weird example, but with the Olympics, I don't know if it's still that way. I'm out of that topic a lot. I was a professional horse rider. I was jumping like 20 years ago, and at that time there was a special feature that when you got to the finals, you had to switch the horses. So you had to switch the horses and ride with a horse from a. It was randomly, And I just thought of that, like switching the controller, and you have to play whatever setting you get, Damn, that would be so.
Savvy.
That's the same as in my stream. There's a possibility that they can
What is
use
that
the
noise?
channel points. I don't know.
Scratch your mic.
Yeah, somebody's.
What?
What is that noise?
Someone's
Somebody's
mic's
eating
pressed
chips or something in the background.
I'm not speaking
Yeah.
or eating. I'm not speaking or eating.
Is it your husband? What is
up.
that?
Yes, someone's microphone's caught.
Just
Wait,
what?
wait. I can hear it. Who can hear it as well?
I can hear it.
Can Brad hear it?
Now it's gone.
Brad, your microphone.
Wait, it's my charger. My charger's in the keyboard now.
Oh, okay.
There we go. That might be
Oh,
better.
I'm sorry.
Why does it sound like somebody's eating chips?
Just round the back row on the rails.
I just realized.
Good job, honey.
But
Brad-
in my
Brad-
stream with the channel points, they can put the controller upside down. So then at that point, for I think it's 3 minutes, I have to hold my controller upside down and play like that. That is so hard.
Yeah,
Why did you do
very
that? Why was that seven?
I don't know. I was like, oh yeah, I'll put that in. That seems funny.
Have you ever tried inverted look?
No.
Like
Oh,
on
no.
foot? It's
No.
horrible.
Tried that? No, I can't do it.
My
I
friend was
cracked
like, "Oh, this game's a little bit too easy for you. Try inverted look." I think that's the only thing I've ever struggled with. It's easy in a plane because it's how it's supposed to be, but on
Planes.
foot, it's
Hey, beautiful. How you doing, Shell?
I'm crazy. What? No.
yeah, you are crazy.
You are very crazy, but we like that.
No, you're
Sorry.
crazy for turning around the controller, He-Man.
So I cracked over you one day, I remember, because you had the controller upside down. I was like, why you don't revive me? Get over here.
Yeah. He got mad at me. He got
know,
mad at me. He was like, why are you revive me? I was like,
Daddy, you revive my body too.
it's hard. It's
How
hard.
do you play like
It's
that?
like that. No, like
I
that.
didn't know.
Like
the
this.
thing.
Everything
Why
is the other way around.
Upside down.
Yeah.
Really up this. Like that. And then you
Yeah,
have to
that-
try run
there.
and shoot and aim and oh wait, I have to revive someone. Where is the X? Okay, there it is.
I'm going to text message.
Sorry.
So what we need is a feature where we can automatically implant the settings of your controller to somebody else's controller, like this with a button. So this is what we need. Thank you, guys. I know, Sony.
Yes,
Okay, so stupid.
Put it only on Missy's account.
No.
Oh.
Well, if I can put it on your controller, and if it's on my account, I have the power.
You can actually buy.
Actually, I feel safe.
You can actually buy like separate accessories for like
Me too, Shell.
something that'll sit on top of your controller that'll navigate through all the buttons for you. You only have to press it up with your finger.
So, one last wishes, guys. One last wishes in the chat, and Shell already started. I really love that. What do you wish to see in the next Battlefield? Everyone gets 1, 2, 3 wishes.
Ranked.
And it can't be the same that somebody else said.
Well, okay.
What?
I want
You have to be quick.
more destruction.
More destruction. Even more destruction.
Okay,
I
Clear
would
vision.
will
like
write
to see
down everything that you say.
the
More construction.
I would-
Destruction.
the construction. Yeah, that would be funny too. Buildings coming into.
A clear vision of what it's meant to be like.
Scout
Just a clear-
Helis.
Better visibility.
My MG42
Hey, team balancer.
I've actually still run past people that are alive thinking they're dead. I still do it. I did it on Devastation this morning, Sanny. There was a guy lying down in the middle of the sea and I ran past him twice and then he shot me in the back.
Oh yeah. Sometimes I see bodies and I'm like, are they dead?
Premium.
Not shooting.
All right.
If
You what? Okay, more destruction. I would love
Premium.
to see. Do
That's
I
a
have a
good show.
Helio in the next Battlefield? Also,
If
would
it's a
be very
modern
difficult to
Battlefield?
learn day by day. Good vehicles, attack boats, good gunplay, movement, community tools, visibility. Big point.
I would like to see the dragging of the soldiers. What they promised in Battlefield 5. I would love that.
I could literally see you just like say what you did. Just try.
Yeah, but people will just, knowing me, because I troll my friends with the revives, they're just going to troll me, will drag me across the map. I could already see it happen.
You see all the sniper shit at
You are trolling me the other day, Mister.
That was on the screen.
No, you
as well.
can't
Yes.
have pandas in Battlefield 6. Well, maybe.
Battlefield Premium, bring that back.
Bloody was talking about having only animals as vehicles and riding a panda with
Okay, but
rockets.
seriously, guys, what do you want to see? What do you want to see in the next Battlefield? If we don't say it, we can't complain if we don't get it. on.
Battlefield Premium.
I want
Dinosaur mode. Alrighty. You should not look so much on what's this channel again?
Weapon unlocks, yeah, that's a fact.
No.
Like Battlefield 4. Attachment unlocks, sorry.
BF
I want the next
weapons
Battlefield.
unlocks.
I kind of want just to be multiplayer. Like no single player campaign, no, because they said in Battlefield 5 whenever the sales were down, one of the reasons why there was more effort put into the campaign, and I don't really see it, but they said as like what held them back from certain developments in the multiplayer. So, like, remember in Battlefield 3, there was the co-op missions you could do with single player, like you and a friend did like small wee missions. I can't remember the name of it, but I think which is called co-op. They should do something like that there for the next one if they're going to do a single player type campaign. Get you and some friends in like a wee small like 2 or 3 player lobby thing. Do that there instead of like skip the whole single player war story thing what we're doing. Just skip it there.
I agree with Shell there. Let's just put it. If you camp for a long time, you redeploy it. Rather than redeploy it, I'd rather they get spotted so I know where they are. I can see about them.
I have to read this out loud quick because as people are rewatching this, sorry, if people are rewatching this, they can't see the chat, and I think this is very important that we read all of this out loud. And I missed the very first. Shell said Team balancing smaller maps. Jimmy said no. So
Back in a minute.
to that, Scout Helis, then more destruction comes from you, Brad, I think, came from you. Then Cylon said he would love to drive Helis in the next Battlefield. Premium, then Bloody said good vehicles, attack boats. good gunplay movement, community tools, helmet set, visibility. I'm sorry if I'm repeating again, but I think it's important to have this here out loud. Then what is the next one? The next serious one. Well, I want to see really, for me, the most important thing right now is seeing DICE working closer with community leaders. I think the stronger we build the community for Battlefield, despite seeing whatever happens in the game, I think this would be great for the game to see. And this is a big part for me. No forced animations during gameplay. Battlefield 4 weapons unlocks. Battlefield 4 weapon customization systems. I heard that before, yes. More 30 rounds max. Okay. Battlefield 1 sound and graphics. Okay, but please, not this awful voice. Like this, in Battlefield 1, this female voice. Attack. Whatever. Oh, it makes me so passive aggressive. I don't know why. This voice makes me so passive aggressive.
I changed my announcer voices. I put them in different languages.
I didn't know that. I should have tried that. Dedicated servers. Shell said that, and I said that before as well. I think it will not come. Shell, I wish for it too. If you camp too long and at the same time you will redeploy, I think that would be great. But unfortunately, that would probably kill the game. Co-op mode like Battlefield 3 would be cool. Okay. Dinosaur again? Okay. Jeb, if you just tuned in here, we were asking, Peepoff is here as well. Guys, we were asking for what would you like to see in the next Battlefield? Just give your opinion. I'm just reading out loud so people, if they are rewatching this stream, they understand what we are talking about because they cannot see right now the chat. Spotting back.
Yeah, it's 3D spotting.
Yeah.
A lot of 2D archetypes and perks to use to fully customize and personalize in-game experience. Good point about narrative. Would definitely help them. Yes, live servers. Good working live servers. A vote to kick system for stream snipers on enemy team.
See, that would be an issue though. Because
Why?
if you get one good player that's having a really good game, and the other team are having a bit of a spaffle with them, if you've got a friend on the opposite team, you can just easily start a kick, and it'll just get rid of the player. Which I think is the only bad thing about it, isn't it?
Because we are picking this up now, and I think that's very interesting, especially like Sunny, you a streamer, Funky. Shell here is a very known Battlefield streamer, a big one. And I think the bigger you are, the more it is a problem. What can you do successfully besides voting? What can you do? What could they do? What could DICE offer, which is a legit system if people are really toxic stream snipers? And I mean like proven, not just, somebody saying it is and then, because there's a difference, right? Is there a difference?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just trying to think of something they could do.
I was just thinking, like, how can we make sure it's not getting abused, right?
I don't really know what Battlefield especially could do, but more, it's what these streaming platforms could do. Like Twitch, for example, they need to have some new system in place for certain genres of games. Like FPS shows have like certain things in place for careers, like streamers and all out there to have these things in place for like moderators or something. But I'm like you, Funky, I don't really actually know. Like what can they really do to stop it?
There's only so much you can really do to try and deflect stream sniping rather than prevent it, because on Battlefield, if you're in a server, there's no point staying in one server against stream sniped. You gotta go through a different server. But if they find out you're in that server, they're gonna server hop and it's just gonna carry on all night.
Yeah.
There's no really way of stopping it.
No, that's just people. Like people just do it.
And notice if you're appearing offline on PlayStation and you're in a lobby, and if you click on the server, you can't see their names. It'll just say anonymous player. That's one good feature, I think, really, with the PlayStation and Battlefield. But if you get known and if someone else gets in that server as you, and then a load of stream snipers just start coming in, I think that's just the issue of it.
Like didn't Fortnite do out there at one point? Like all the big streamers like Ninja and all out there, there's a system where you can have where your name wouldn't pop out, be like some like number.
Yeah, anonymous with like a number next to it.
Anonymous, yeah. They could do that in Battlefield, but then
as soon as you get your server, it's kind of game over.
Yeah, if you get into a server like say FNB and it's just a whole server's like anonymous, it's like
it's not very easy.
Yeah.
That would be actually Sawtooth. Did you? Sorry, I didn't listen to the last sentence because I just was reading what Sawtooth actually. What in there? Like you can block the person, then you won't get match made.
Oh yeah, they do that on COD.
That's actually a solid solution, right?
Yeah, that's pretty good. Akimbo RPGs.
Akimbo RPGs.
I'll tell you what, my dad is somewhere else. I give him that.
It's so funny. Helmut just Helmut said earlier before like wait, where is it? Yeah, we have lost objective butters, and I can so hear that voice. You know?
Yes.
It makes me
when you read it, you hear it.
It's so. It makes me so. I don't know why this voice makes me so aggressive of this woman. Like
I tend to turn all the announcers stuff off.
And also,
but actually, I mean, I'm not playing Battlefield 1. I never played it really, but I'm watching Broken Machine sometimes, and I don't know why, but when I watch him, I think like, oh, this game looks really cool. You know, I love watching him playing this game, but I don't really enjoy playing it myself. But he has this female voice on, and every time I hear it, it's like,
the enemy's being winning. Yes. We are winning.
We are losing.
We are winning doesn't really sound enthusiastic, does it? It's like,
no, she's so like a robot. She sounds so like a robot.
I would love to know who that was, like who done the voice for the like both like the male and the female. I'd be really curious to hear who it was. Just see them up to the microphone. We are losing. The enemy has reached objective apples. Oh dear. The enemy has taken objective Freddy.
I haven't preset gamers match with private servers to like COD.
Do you think would be cool if we implement more creativity of the community in the game, like in all sorts of form? Like let's say screenshots, for example, like the loading screens. You know, could be the art of their VPs. You know, like I mean, we have so many artists right now. Warlust and Carpo and people like that. Would you like to see that more? Do you think that helps the community as well? And you, Brad. I'm sorry. You, Brad.
Yeah, you do it yourself. I've seen you do it on Val. Is it Val? No. Ghost of Tsushima.
You know what's funny? That's what's brighting on my screen right now. It's just a screenshot of that. That's what I've been using already. But yeah, like it's funny. Like in Battlefield 1, I love doing Battlefield 1 because just the atmosphere to it. But that's one thing I want for Battlefield 6. I just want the game to have, you know yourself, Battlefield 5 is so saturated, the colors, and that's more for the visibility issues. They updated it because when the game first came out, I thought it was quite good looking, but then this whole visibility thing made the game look so oversaturated. It looked cheap in a weird way, just the way it looked. But in Battlefield 1, they kind of find that perfect balance between like light and dark areas and just
it's much better.
Like just creating like a sense of like, okay, you're in a battle. And when I'm taking screenshots and up there, it's incredible. But Battlefield 5, I really don't enjoy taking screenshots of because it's so bright, and that's not war to me. Like for Battlefield, I want the game to like Battlefield 3, for example. You've all tried it. That game is really like dark and grimy looking, but it's also I don't know how to explain it. It's just so. Battlefield 5 just has this weird issue where I read the Northern Golden List, but
I think on PC you can remove some of the stupid settings for graphic wise.
I hate that.
rather than console, because the most annoying things on console you can't really remove, but on PC you can, which gives them
It's a
an
nightmare.
advantage.
It's a nightmare taking screenshots in Battlefield on consoles because
Oh, it's
Yeah.
like
on
if you take a
PC
screenshot where actually a gun fires, you know, and you get this moment and you get it on a console, it's like one of a time, you know. It's so
it's very
freaking hard.
blurry. That's one thing I noticed in Battlefield. I think it was Battlefield 1. When you're taking a screenshot, like I see like Carpo and all them ones, like they're all ones I can think of where they're on PC. And I've asked them especially like how the hell do you take these shots? Like, and there's certain mods in that are available on PC. And there's also I think there's actually like a Battlefield toolkit you can use on PC especially that I kind of hope they bring over to consoles eventually, like even on the next generation, like just bring these things in
I
for.
think that will definitely improve the photo mode, especially because they do so many photo contests. And if you look like on games like Ghost of Tsushima, and they see how strong the VP scene is and has grown, you know, it really has grown over the last 2 years. If they would miss out on that, this is like a free, you know, this is free advertisement for a game. And if they miss on bringing a better photo mode, like you know what the other games have, I think this would be a big mistake.
Bring in a photo mode and a cinematic mode. Like I used to love things cinematics in Battlefield. Just you can go into spectator mode, turn off the options, turn off everything, the HUD and everything. I used to love doing that there, and now it's. I
Okay,
kind of hope they improve it.
how about another crazy idea? Because we liked so much the voice of the Miss Butter, no? In Battlefield 1. How about we let known content creators, we like the voice so much, like Broken Machine, for example, give us the orders. Or Miss Sannytater here, you know? That would be funny. Like, let them be the voice actors, you know? And you can switch the voice around, you know, within the community. And then I would love that.
I'd have Miss Sannytater because I'll run past like a friendly
like
dead
Jack
person or
Rex.
something, and then
Tell me where to go.
Sally,
I'll go pick it up.
Sally, get Alec from SEO to do that. Oh my god, that would kill me. Oh, Jeff, you want to take a chicken shandy? Go on, guys, go on, you can do it. That would. What the?
That's a great business idea, isn't it?
That would be class.
I would do that.
Snoop Dogg voiceover. No. But imagine that. Imagine you could, like, you know, or even make your own maps. Make your
Imagine
own
playing and you hear a dolphin.
Mr. T.
Mr. T.
Take him, chicken ready, fools.
That's crazy, guys.
I would love to hear like someone like Westy or something do it.
I think
you gotta take a Charlie.
The later it gets, the better the ideas will be here. Oh my goodness. But I'm getting really tight here. Oh yeah, I can see that. Don't do that. Then I have to do it as well. No, we have to come to an end, unfortunately, guys, because it's really late, and especially I don't know how about you guys, but you probably have to work.
Yep.
And back to work tomorrow.
And Sunny and I definitely have to get up early as well. So I hope you guys in chat really enjoyed the stream tonight. I mean, that was a pretty spontaneous one. I was kind of freaking out today when I got the message that Alex couldn't make it, and I thought like I could not pull this up here. And without Sannytater here, this wouldn't have been possible. So thank you again, Sunny. Thank you for saving my ass. And thank you, Funky. Thank you, Brad, for joining me on this tonight. That was such a pleasure. You're amazing guys. Really. Love you, man. Love you guys. And also, guys in chat, love you all. Thank you for being so communicative. I can't even talk anymore.